Yo, what up, gang? Um, we're back here for we're back here. We're about to jump ahead in what we're saying. We're back here for another reaction. Um, and there's a few things different with this video in comparison to the others. Which I just want to point out. First one is yes, I've shaved my beard. I just felt like it. Although I regret it, I felt like it. I'm gonna sneeze. Give me a second. I feel like I'm gonna. No, maybe not. And the other thing is this video is going to be a bit different to the others in that there's going to be two songs I'm reacting to in this video rather than one. Mainly because one of them, more specifically this one, that's on screen now, Hours Plan by Go Hang Music. I just love, and it speaks to me in quite a lot of ways. And the other one that I'll be reacting to, which I'll reveal when I pull it up, once we're finished with this one, that one is just a decent song in general. Beside the lyrics, beside me being able to relate in some way, it is just a banger. But you know the deal, guys. You know what we do around here. You know how we start this shit off. We grab our cig, we light it up, and then we listen to this fucking music. So let's get that shit done. If, and only if, you're legally able to smoke. Like, you're at that age where you are legally able to smoke, and you do already smoke. Don't just get into it for the sake of these videos. That's fucking childish, okay? Although that would be like very heartwarming, it's also fucking childish. So stop, Jeremy. Don't you dare go and steal one of your mum's ciggies just because of this video. I done that when I was younger. That was a bad move. Anyways, fuck's sakes. Let's do this shit. Light up and listen. So like I said, this one is Allah's Plan by Go Hang Music. I will preface this one by saying, well, I've listened to both of the songs that we are going to be reacting to today. But I will preface this one specifically by saying that it's very graphic and it's very... I'll say this, trigger warning to people who may want to or feel like they want to go commit self-die in some ways. It's a very graphic song in that regard and other regards as well. As you can see by the album art, there is another version of this song as well, which is a more produced version, which is good, but it's not my preference. This version, which is more just a kind of raw version of the song itself, this is the one that I love the most, so I'm going to show you this. So, let's get into it. Again, keep in mind,
1, 2, 3,
it's very
4.
graphic. So I think that line more than any, well, not more than any out of the song, but that line, that line, depress my, fucking hell, I can't think. Depress my nervous system till this bullshit world's a blur. Drain out all my fucking fluids and then stuff my lifeless fur. I feel that, bro. I feel that. I personally have dealt with depression and anxiety quite a lot in my life, and at one point I was trying to go through all these different resources to try and get a hold of it and fix myself, basically. I went to, talking therapies and things like that just didn't work for me. I don't like talking to people. I will never like talking to people. I barely even talk to my own family, for Christ's sakes. Not because I hate them, but because I hate talking. Like, the anxiety of talking is practically crippling to me. To people, anyways. Like, when I'm online on here, I can deal with it because I'm just staring at a fucking computer screen at the end of the day. I'm not facing someone physically and trying to talk to them. But I went through all the shit, like talking therapies and stuff like that, like, and it just didn't work. It was making me feel way worse than I was before I'd gone to it. And then after that, some shit happened in my life with a relationship that was in, blah, blah, blah. And at that point, I was like, I actually need to do something serious now, like, to get this sorted, because I'm not going to live my life like this. And I decided to go on to medication. And I was taking, I believe it was fluoxetine. Not much, I think it was only like 20 milligrams, something daft like that. And that in itself just didn't work. So at that point, I felt as if there was not much left for me. Like, if these two main avenues of help weren't going to help or couldn't help, then all I've got left to do is sit down and die, essentially. Just lay back and let it happen. And a lot of the time, my thoughts were very similar along the lines of this song. Depress my nervous system until this bullshit world's a blur, drain out all my fucking fluids, and then stuff my lifeless fur. Where did I put my lighter? Oh, it's there. I was fucked, to put it bluntly. But yeah. Anyways, I'm all well. I won't say I'm all good now. It's not a thing that can just disappear. Most of the time, I believe it's a lifelong battle rather than anything else. But I'm in a better mental state now than I was back then. Let's put it that way. Anyways, let's run it back and listen.
Depress my nervous system till this bullshit world's a blur. Drain out all my fucking fluids and stop my lifeless fur. You've taken all that you needed and you fucked me all you please. And all the love I wasted on you, you burned it in the flames. Now you're gonna feel my wrath as I finally cut you down. I'm gonna let the demon in me finally crawl out. Some days I feel so filthy, other days I wish would kill me. Most days I hope and pray I die and take all of you with me. Oh, hello, what do you plan for the ending?
Also, just a little thing about the song. I'm sure you can tell by not only the title but also that last line that just played. The oh Allah, what do you have planned for the ending? I'm not sure what I don't know how to word it. I'm not sure what Allah has to do with this song or with the artist, and I'm not going to assume. But I just wanted to make you aware of that, just in case some people have some cultural differences that may watch the video that they don't like, or this, that, or the other. Which I'm not one to speak on that. Quite frankly, I'm just trying to live my life day by day. I don't really give a fuck about anybody else. I'll be quite frank. But you do you, I guess. Anyways.
Hey God, sometimes I wish you would just end me. Oh, hello, what do you plan for the ending? Hey God, sometimes I wish you would just end me. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar.
Again, vulgar, very vulgar song. I mean, the lines, the initial lines, like, developed much needed addiction to cloners, but I wish I'd never been born, my birth was a mistake. So stick a vacuum in my fetal head and suck out my prenatal brains. Put me in a kennel. Put me in a kennel and feed me euthanasia. Let me lick you one last time and stuff me in the freezer. Like, that is violent. I'm gonna sneeze. It's gonna happen. Fuck me. Don't, please. Don't do it, I'm virgin. Anyways. Yeah, it's a very vulgar song, but I love it. I personally love it because of that. And this album art is questionable. Let me put it that way. It's a woman with nipple tape on, tied up, and her guts are spilling out of her. Like, her entrails are just like, her stomach's been sliced and her guts are spilling out, and she's hung. If that don't describe go hang music, then I don't know what does. I'd like to say that I initially found go hang music on TikTok because, well, not because, but I'd seen a video of the guy himself. The guy behind the camera was adding in the ad libs, the sneaky little like shouts from the background that you hear in the song. That was the guy behind the camera. But he was filming the guy who's behind Go Hang, and he sat there in his chair, like leaning back, playing banjo, and just screaming this song at the top of his lungs. And with the lyrics and that energy put towards it, it just kind of spoke to me, I guess, in a way. And it was just sat there on TikTok, and I was like, fucking hell, I need to find this somewhere other than TikTok so I can listen to it every day. And surprisingly, it was on Spotify, which never happens. People on Spotify, on TikTok will be like, yeah, listen to this preview of my new song. It's going to be out everywhere on this day. I promise you. Drop date on 19th of November 1969. I promise you, yeah. And then when that date rolls around, you're scrolling through Spotify, it's like, where the fuck is it, cunt? And then 2 years later, you come back to Spotify, remembering that song, and you're like, oh, I'll check if it's on Spotify. No, it's fucking not. Why? Because the artists are lazy bastards. But Go Hang isn't. Go Hang's amazing. They actually add their music to Spotify. Anyways, less of that rant. I guess that's that song. My final thoughts are it's vulgar as fuck. Also, again, like I said before, trigger warning for people who may deal with those mental issues, so to speak. Yeah, not much else I can say about that apart from I fucking love it. Now, the other song that I wanted to react to, the main song, I guess you could say, that I wanted to react to in this video, given that this Alice Plan song was more so just a preface of the video, is called... I can't remember what it's called. I think it... Oh no, I remember. It is called... Hate Yourself by Nathan. I'm unaware of when this song came out. 2 years ago. I'm gonna stick the lyric video on, because although I vaguely know the lyrics, I still want to kind of read them as we go along, just in case there's anything that pops into my head. But I hope I don't get an advert. But yeah, let's get into it. Hate Yourself by Nathan.
tongue, spit me out, just like you always do. Break me down, laugh it off, but you don't have a clue. Call your bluff, had enough, waiting for you to move. So write me off, say I'm wrong, it's what you have to do. Show your cards one by one, but I'm ahead of you. Choking now, are you proud? The end is coming soon. I feel you always smothering mine, because you hate yourself. Don't tell me who I should be. I know you hate yourself. You're the only one who keeps on talking to a person who will never listen. I feel you always smothering mine, because you hate yourself.
We got a lot to unpack, people. A lot to unpack. I feel you always smothering me because you hate yourself. It's like a, to me, what that's saying to me is like, or at least the way I view it is like, let's say it's like a mother and son relationship, right? And the mother's done a lot of things in her past that she hates that to have done, and because of that she hates herself so much, but she smothers the son so much because she doesn't want him going down the same path. Maybe, you know, she tries to point him in the right direction, but does it so often that it feels like he's being smothered, and that, I don't know. Wow, this is complex. Don't tell me who I should... Yeah. Don't tell me who I should be. Yeah, he's trying to... Yeah, I guess I get the vibe of that he's trying to make, like, a life for himself. But whoever it is, the second party, the person he's telling, don't smother me, you know, whoever he's saying that to is kind of saying, like, I'm trying to make my own life. Don't come in here with your bullshit and tell me what I should do to make myself better when you're the one who's so flawed, I guess. You know, don't bring that hypocrisy. Don't bring that fucking energy. I guess I could see that. Yeah. Alright, that's valid. Alright, let's run that back.
Because you hate yourself.
I love it. It's a banger.
Say my name, feel my pain, cut me right in two. Nothing changed in my brain, and all I see is blue. Every word that you say is falling through the roof. I try to fix everything, but I don't know what's true. Seeing straight, taking aim, I think I have to shoot. Hard to say if it's fate, or are we fucking doomed? I feel you always smothering mine, because you hate yourself. Don't tell me who I should be. I know you hate yourself. You're the only one who keeps on talking to a person who will never listen.
You're the only one who keeps on talking to a person who will never listen. I guess that kind of also describes that same situation I was talking about earlier. Is that no matter what that second party's gonna say about how he should live his life, he's not gonna fucking listen to it, because he's gonna make his life the way he wants to make it for himself and be better for himself by doing that. So whatever that other person says, shut the fuck up. Nobody gives a damn. Like, sew your fucking mouth shut and keep it that way. Like, fuck off. Which it valid. Honestly valid.
Keeps on talking to a person who will never listen. I feel you always smothering mine, because you hate yourself. I feel you always smothering mine, because you hate
fucking banger. Fucking banger. People have the audacity to say I don't have good music taste. Motherfucker. Just because you hate yourself. No, I'm joking. But that was a slap. That's a certified hood classic. No cap. Like, dead ass. That shit bumps, bro. Like, bro, what the fuck? Like, I guess from a music perspective, you know, not so much a kind of storyline perspective, or like a music producer's perspective. Anyways, I'm not a producer. Well, I write my own music and stuff, but I'm not like major. I'm just a little stupid kid sat in his room with a laptop. Well, I'm not even a kid, but you know what I mean. From that point of view, the way it starts off so soft, and then it's just straight in with that drop. I'm speechless. I'm fucking speechless. It's amazing. It's not something that you hear a lot. You know, a lot of the more major bands like I Prevail or Motionless in White, or, you know, any of those more household names, if you will, with drops, they usually tend to do like some sort of drum roll build up or some sort of like low bassy build up, something like that, to create that tension. But the only thing that is the most effective at creating tension is silence before the drop. When nothing's playing, no one's singing, and you feel like you're, you know, you feel like in this world that they're trying to create, you're in a daze, in a fog, with no one around you. And then as soon as the drop hits, the fog clears, and you see it all laid in front of you. I don't know how to explain it properly, but it's fucking beautiful. What I'm saying is, I Prevail, Motionless in White, not Escape the Fate. Well, yeah, Escape the Fate. Falling in Reverse, whoever it is, they're doing it fucking wrong. Nathan, on the other hand, Nathan knows the fucking cheat codes, bruv. He's got a cheat sheet. He's writing that shit down. He's like, RB, RB, BRT, right, left, right, left, right, left. And that's a banger. Like, bruv, he's got it on lock. No cap. That was a beautiful fucking song. The message was powerful. Even if I didn't quite understand it at times. But the message was there, and it hit regardless of whether I understood it or not. You know, because regardless of me understanding it, the music adding into that, the amount of power that he puts into it, it just blends, and it's a perfect concoction. I love it. Right, that being said, dickheads, it's time for me to go. Yeah, it's time for me to go now. Okay? Bye. No. Hope you liked the video. If you did, good for you. If you didn't, suck your mum. I don't know why I said that. If you didn't, that's good as well. I really don't care. Keep that to yourself. That being said, do what you need to do. Like, subscribe, whatever. It's not really important to me, but do it if you want to. And hope you have a good day, night, evening, whatever it is. No, I don't. Sin a bit, cunts.